Tal Ben-Shahar, being happy, you don't have to be perfect to lead a richer, happier life. You don't have to be perfect to lead a richer, happier life. In the book, Being Happy, You Don't Have to Be Perfect to Lead a Richer, Happier Life, Tal Ben-Shahar offers an in-depth understanding of the difference between perfectionism and optimalism. Perfectionists engage in black and white thinking, leading to a higher likelihood of psychosocial problems and reduced happiness. In contrast, optimalists approach life with flexibility, valuing both the journey and the destination. In this summary, readers will learn about the dangers of perfectionism and the advantages of optimalism, as well as actionable steps to adopt a healthier mindset, leading to a richer and happier life.
The Pitfalls of Perfectionism. Do you consider yourself a perfectionist? Are you constantly pursuing perfection in all aspects of your life? This book warns that such single-minded pursuit can lead to more harm than good. Perfectionists may become too focused on the end goal and neglect the journey itself. They see the world in black and white, stifling creativity and limiting personal growth. Constructive criticism is devalued, and they may dismiss others' opinions and cling to their own views. Suppressing emotions and being hard on themselves and others leads to a diminished sense of self-worth and can even contribute to psychosocial problems such as eating disorders, depression, and anxiety. The constant striving for perfection means that even moments of success do not bring lasting happiness, but are instead dismissed as nothing more than a stepping stone towards the next unattainable goal. This book offers valuable insights into the long-term negative effects of perfectionism and how to break past this self-limiting cycle. The Optimistic Realist. Optimists and perfectionists have different worldviews concerning emotions, success, and reality. While perfectionists aim for a flawless performance, optimists are goal-oriented and receptive to feedback and suggestions. They embrace failure as part of their path to success and use their mistakes as opportunities to learn. Optimists understand that life is full of obstacles and painful emotions that are part of the human experience. They adapt to situations and acknowledge that experiences define their reality. With a philosophical outlook, optimists forgive others and themselves. The power of adaptable optimism. A healthy relationship with failure helps adaptable optimalists take risks and maximize success. Perfectionists, on the other hand, are more prone to giving up and procrastinating due to a fear of disappointment. However, perfectionism is an attitude that can be adjusted. With a new perspective, even a die-hard perfectionist can identify and change problematic behaviors. Embrace optimalism for success. Instead of striving for perfectionism, the book suggests being an optimalist by setting challenging but realistic goals. Maintaining a positive outlook by appreciating and celebrating accomplishments leads to a work-life balance that is good enough even if not perfect. Accepting that you cannot have it all and prioritizing what matters the most can still carve out quality time for work, exercise, relaxation, and loved ones. With an optimalist approach, appreciate the journey of change and gain experience from not attaining every objective rather than focusing solely on the end results. Embracing your emotions. Society often expects us to suppress our emotions, especially men who are taught to be tough and refrain from crying. However, hiding our feelings, also a trait of perfectionists, can negatively affect our relationships and personal growth. Embracing and expressing our emotions can bring about new insight and help us grow, but we need to remember to control our emotional response when necessary. Mindfulness meditation can help us accept and experience our feelings, even the unpleasant ones, and learn from them. So next time you feel like crying, don't hold back. The Power of Optimalism. Taking an optimalist approach can lead to success in various aspects of life, including work, relationships, and parenthood. Optimalist managers know when to delegate and when to become involved, unlike perfectionist executives who tend to micromanage. Optimalists are comfortable with failure, which makes them more willing to experiment, take risks, and accept feedback. Recovery time is essential for optimalists to replenish their energy, whether it means taking a break, getting good sleep, exercising, or going on vacation. Encouraging a work environment where employees feel safe to make mistakes fosters trust and builds a team of cooperative optimalists who are not afraid to take risks and learn from their errors. Embracing failure. Success is often glorified, but it's crucial to acknowledge the role of failure in the journey. Optimalist managers understand the importance of allowing themselves and their employees to make mistakes and learn from them. Unlike perfectionists, they know when to delegate and take time off to recharge. Optimalists also foster an environment where employees can be open about their mistakes without fear of reprimand. This creates a culture of trust, enabling employees to take risks and experiment without hesitating. As a perfectionist, concealing your mistakes may seem like the right thing to do, but it's essential to see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Failure can be a valuable teacher, and with the right mindset, it can lead to success. Building resilient kids. Children need to experience failure to build resilience and independence. Parents and educators should aim for a balance between over-involvement and under-involvement, offering support while encouraging children to explore and take risks. It's important to provide comment-free periods and praise effort over intelligence to foster a growth mindset. Genuine accomplishments should be celebrated rather than excessive praise that can undermine children. The challenge lies in combining high expectations with permission and encouragement to fail. Ultimately, children who learn to rely on themselves will be more prepared for independence. Overcoming differences in a relationship. The success of a relationship depends on acceptance and handling differences optimally. Conflict is inevitable, but it can even strengthen the bond. Inflexibility and perfectionism hamper relationships. Couples should adopt a growth mindset that allows imperfections in partners and the relationship. Accentuating the positive aspects of the relationship and being an open-minded optimalist instead of a defensive perfectionist can help achieve optimal success and happiness. The way couples handle their differences is crucial to the success of their relationship. No one is perfect and conflict is unavoidable, but in fact, it can even facilitate a stronger bond. Couples often get stuck in endless arguments, especially over hot-button issues like money, sex, or parenting. However, it is essential to remember that acceptance and realistic expectations are the foundation of any successful loving relationship. The problem arises when couples have unrealistic, even perfectionist, expectations. Perfectionists tend to be inflexible and have a natural tendency to find faults, both in themselves and their partners. This personality trait hinders relationships. Instead, couples can try adopting a growth mindset, which accepts imperfections in themselves, their partners, and the relationship. They can accentuate the positive aspects of their relationship and develop a forgiving attitude. This optimalist approach allows for a higher level of intimacy as people mature. Therefore, it is vital to communicate differences effectively and adopt an open-minded and flexible approach to achieve optimal success and happiness. Journey to optimalism. Shifting from the pursuit of perfection can be challenging, but it's essential to consider which traits are beneficial, like paying attention to detail, and which ones are problematic, like setting unattainable goals. Cognitive therapy can help you change your behavior by reframing your initial reactions to gain a fresh perspective. By practicing a time in, where you take a break to think and reflect on emotional reactions to situations, you can interpret events more realistically. To change, it's crucial to understand exactly what you want to get rid of and what you want to keep. Painful emotions can offer opportunities for positive change, injecting a dose of reality and making successes sweeter. When upset about a failure, try the PRP process, giving yourself permission to be human, reconstructing the situation, and gaining a more comprehensive outlook. As a perfectionist, you may feel the urge to offer advice to troubled people. However, listening empathetically and being quietly supportive can be more effective. Expressing gratitude to your loved ones raises your own and their well-being levels. While a positive attitude encourages action focusing on the positive, societal pressure to appear happy all the time can have the opposite effect. Expressing all emotions, including sadness and fear, is healthy. Being apprehensive about confronting the unknown or getting older is natural. Joining a kindred group or practicing religion is a common solace. Some prefer counseling or psychiatric treatment. Engaging in talk therapy or keeping a journal can be useful for psychological problems or painful emotions. Journaling is particularly effective in transforming from perfectionism to optimalism. While you may still feel perfectionist tendencies, accepting it will help you become an optimalist. Choose to focus on the positive instead of the negative to determine what you see in yourself and others. Consider the Platinum Rule, which says, "Do not do unto yourself what you would not do unto others." Replace self-recriminations with self-compassion, a necessary ingredient for well-being, and enjoy your journey to optimalism.
Tal Ben-Shahar's book teaches us that being an optimalist, rather than a perfectionist, can lead to a happier, richer life. By accepting the imperfections in ourselves and others and embracing emotions and failures as natural components of growth, we can foster a healthier state of mind. By setting realistic goals, expressing gratitude, and embracing self-compassion, individuals can shift their attitudes and make meaningful progress. The book underscores that life is not about achieving constant perfection, but rather about acknowledging the ups and downs, learning from them, and finding personal growth and satisfaction in a journey that is both challenging and fulfilling.